time. The 11-5 Seahawks came so close to winning the NFC West, within an inch or so, at the Eagles, who get to host because they won their division.
Yeah, and look, I'll let you start off because you like the Eagles this. We talked about the
By the way, the Seahawks came within bad clock management at the end of the game of winning the NFC West. You want to pin it on somebody?
There could have been a pass interference.
Pin it on Pete
Why
Carroll.
do we have the rule if they're not going to review the
Pin it on Pete Carroll. He blew the chance to win the NFC West because he had terrible clock management at the end of the game. But we'll get into that some other point. Now it's playoff time. They go on the road. This is going to be a tough game. They went there in December, early December, and that was a tough physical game between two teams, and the Eagles were decimated by injuries.
Now
both teams are hurting with the injury.
I'd say Seattle's a little healthier.
A little bit healthier, but I think this is going to be an opportunity for Wentz, who's playing phenomenal football, to be able to move on a defense that's not that good. This Seattle defense isn't the same defense it's been over the years. And I think he's going to, even no matter who he's throwing to, he's hitting those passes and he's playing very well. I think that continues here, and I think the biggest difference and the biggest reason for this Eagles team to win is that defensive front. I think they win the game behind that great defense. I think they get after the quarterback and they physically maul Russell Wilson.
No, Fletcher Cox and the rest of the front, they're definitely going to provide some issues, especially when you think of that matchup with Fletcher Cox over Joey Hunt. Their backup centers in there, undersized, and you go back to the first matchup. Fletcher Cox had his way in some moments there. So if they're going to run the football, it's going to have to be to the edges, to the outside, where they're going to have an advantage because they're not going to in between the tackles. But as you pointed out earlier, right, who was living inside Ryan Tannehill's head?
Oh, the
was
New
it
England
Patriots, right? Because he had never beaten New England.
Right.
Well, you know, Russell Wilson's undefeated versus the Eagles. So can I use that same logic there, that he's in the head of the Eagles?
No, because a lot of the Eagles players are different than one.
Oh, okay.
But none of
the players, it doesn't make sense. Okay, I see what
they're in his head.
Can we get the quarterback skills out for this game, by the way?
Russell Wilson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, and that's one of the reasons why I'm going with the
But who's
Seahawks
played better in the last month?
No, it definitely been Carson Wentz down the stretch, especially with less when you look at it. But in this matchup, the experience, remember, this is the first time Carson Wentz has actually played in the postseason. It's felt like it's already been the postseason for the past couple weeks for the Eagles. This is really the first chance for Carson Wentz. And for Russell Wilson, this is kind of more the status quo. So I'm betting on this being a tight game. I really do think it will come down to the final 2 minutes. I think in this case, though, they figure out a way of pulling it out in the end. I'll be curious to see the impact of Marshawn Lynch.
2.8, you mean? That's what he averaged per rush.
Well, his first rush was 5 yards. I thought at that point maybe he should just go sit on the bench and then wait till next year. Say, average 5 yards per rush.
Then he became a 33-year-old running back. That's what happens.
No. I think they became a lot more focal. You know, they focused more on him. Like San Francisco is a better defense than what Philly's been providing right now.
They are, but is their front that much better?
Yes,
it's
San
better.
Francisco's front is better,
but is it that much better?
It's that much better.
Really? Because
yes.
Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham and gang, they can all get after the quarterback.
Sure, but San Francisco is
They're better. They're better.
Because if Phillies was as good, even though the secondary for San Francisco's had some injuries this year, they've still been able to do their part up front. We haven't seen Phillies secondary do their part.
I've never seen a running back in my entire life average 2.8 per rush, and the whole world gets excited over him.
Well, anyways, he'll be back. We'll see what kind of impact he has in this game. It's his first game back. Give him a little bit of credit. But this is about Russell Wilson. It's about Russell Wilson making plays in passing game.
I agree.
Buying time, and he's going to have to because there's going to be some pressure on him. He's going to have to be special with his legs and make some plays. I like Seattle. I'll go ahead and lay the 1.5 points, even though Philly's obviously playing at home.
I'm taking the Eagles. I think they win this game outright, and then they go to San Francisco next week, I think, and that'll be the end of the road. But they win this game.
Okay. These guys differ on the last game of Wild Card Week.